Hey guys, JT here. Thank you for joining me. We're constantly bombarded by so much marketing and advertising that claims that some new product is going to change and revolutionize our life that we become skeptical that any product will ever live up to its marketing hype. But occasionally a product comes along that really will significantly enrich and change your life, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. And that product is this small ring here on my finger from Oura Ring, and it really has changed my life. Are you ready? Let's get started.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We live it.
Now, the reason the Oura Ring became a product of interest for me is due to sleep issues. I've had insomnia for many years, and every night getting a good night's rest is a struggle. And so I'm constantly looking for resources to help me in that endeavor, and that includes natural organic solutions as well as pharmaceutical, dietary, environmental, behavioral, cognitive, any kind of solution will land on my radar, and I'll do research to find out what can truly help me. And so a friend of mine, his wife had purchased an Oura Ring, and she had incredible success in her sleep tracking. And so that really piqued my interest. And as a researcher, I took a deep dive looking at a variety of products on the market and their claims. And after quite a bit of research, I landed on the Oura Ring, decided to make a purchase and see if it really could live up to what I was hearing from many other people. And I'm happy to report, now that I've been using it for several months, it has absolutely revolutionized my life. Every morning I wake up and can immediately download the night's sleep data off of my ring onto my smartphone. And there I get an immediate profile of my night's sleep. I can see how long I was in bed, how long I was actually asleep, how much I was in light sleep, REM sleep, or deep sleep, or was entirely awake. I get a profile by minute. I get a graph that shows the whole night's sleep. I can look at my heart rate, my heart rate variability, so much very helpful, valuable information. I immediately wake up and know whether I got enough sleep to tackle what's ahead of me that day. And one of the biggest challenges with those who struggle with sleep is really knowing how much you slept and how well you slept. Because if you don't have that, the saying in business that you can only improve on what you measure, and if you're not measuring, if you don't have real hard data to work off of, you wake up and you're not sure how well you slept, and you don't know how much of a factor what you ate impacted your life, what you watched on television. It's just this myriad of fuzzy information that you really can't do much with. But being able to wake up every morning and having hard data in front of you, being able to say, I can see how much I slept, how much deep sleep I had, how much REM I had, how much I was awake, and then I can look back at my behavior, my diet, the environmental variables, the cognitive, what kind of stress was I under, and that immediately begins putting pieces of a puzzle together to help you make adjustments day by day. And I can't tell you enough how that has changed my life. Now, I have an interesting anecdotal story to tell here. I've always heard that while you're dreaming, that it seems like your dreams are really long, but they're actually only a few minutes long. And so I've heard that my whole life, and I just assume that it's true. Well, something that's very peculiar about me, and I've never heard anyone else tell this, and I'm curious. I'm telling it because I'd be curious to see if this happens to anybody else. But I often dream in movies. And by that, I mean I'm a character playing in a movie, and there's a primary plot, and there's one or two secondary plots. There's all these characters interacting. There's this plot curve of tension going on, and there's usually drama and fight scenes, and I'll even think while I'm dreaming it, while the cinematography in this dream is incredible. I sometimes wake up from these movie dreams and I say to myself, that was the most incredible movie. I wish I could watch it again, but too bad it was a dream. I would love to know if anybody else dreams in movies, because it's a very interesting phenomenon. And so I've always just assumed I had this whole movie play out with all these scenes and characters, all this drama and situations that I had to work out in the dream and avoid all these potential areas of conflict. And I wake up and it just felt like I just watched a 2-hour movie. Now that I have the Oura Ring, I wake up on those nights and see that I usually have between 2 and 2.5 hours of REM on those nights. So what feels like a 2-hour movie playing out in my dreams really is taking 2 to 2.5 hours. So I find that to be a very interesting phenomenon, and would really love to hear if you have dreams like that or any other kind of interesting dreams. I'd love to know about that in the comments section below. When you're looking for tools to either manage your sleep or your health and fitness, the Oura Ring has a lot to offer. There's other products on the market, and I can't speak to all of those. Doing my research, I narrowed it down to simply two: the Apple Watch and its ecosystem and the Oura Ring. Now, they'll both do a lot of the same things, and as you can see, I wear both, and I've tried both in a wide variety of use cases. And what I generally find is that when it comes to my day-to-day activities, I really like the watch and its convenience for what it delivers. It can provide good activity monitoring. Those of you who already are using the Apple Watch, you know what it delivers. And there's certainly a good amount of overlap between the watch and the Oura Ring. And so if you can't easily drop the coin, $300 starting point for this, and generally it's just a matter of material. That most of the ring materials will be around $299, and then you can move up into some more exotic materials, and it may be $399 and such. And it may come down to, if the watch already meets all of your needs, then it may be just too difficult to cost justify purchasing another product with significant overlap. If you don't already have something like a watch, then the Oura Ring certainly has a lot to offer. My general conclusions in terms of comparing the Apple ecosystem to the Oura Ring is that the Apple Watch already has a lot of capability built into it for tracking your day-to-day activities, as most of you know, in your fitness and such. And certainly the Oura Ring will not completely fill all those needs. And so if you don't have an Apple Watch and you're trying to decide to get a watch or a ring, I'll say generally the watch is going to give you more functionality, more bang for your buck, because you can track heart rate, you can keep track of your steps, just a wide variety of information, and that's continually improving and growing. Now, the same can be said in a lot of ways for the Oura Ring. There's certainly a lot of capabilities built into it. But my conclusion is, if you already have the Apple Watch, it can probably do most of what you already need. But if you're finding that it's not convenient for you to be able to wear your watch to sleep, the Oura Ring certainly fills in beautifully. And for me, it comes down to a lot of ergonomic issues. With the Apple Watch, I already have to charge it every night. But if I want to wear it to sleep to track my sleeping, I have to charge it twice a day, once while I'm getting ready for bed and again when I wake up in the morning. So charging your watch twice a day is pretty inconvenient, but it's doable. Second of all, you have to have your iPhone nearby so that it can be sending data via Bluetooth from your watch to your phone where that's being stored and processed. With the Oura Ring, you got everything in this one package, so you don't have to pair it up with anything else. It stores all of your sleep data on it. When you get up in the morning, you can download it to your phone where you can then do analysis and look at that data. And also, I don't like wearing a watch when I go to sleep. I already have enough difficulty sleeping that I don't want to add a watch on my wrist to add to that. So I don't even notice the Oura Ring on my finger. And in terms of charging, I only have to charge this about once every 5 days for an hour. And otherwise, I can just ignore it. I don't even really pay attention that it's on me. I don't even notice it. So I can wear it to in the shower, swimming, working out in the hot tub, and it just is impervious to most environmental variables. And so you can just keep it with you, and it's just very low overhead. 1 hour every 5 days, and it's fully charged and ready to go for another 5 days. So that's remarkable for me. I'll also say this, and I'll touch on it a bit later. I'm wearing the Gen 2, but the Gen 3 was just announced by Oura Ring and is coming out on November 15th of 2021. So hopefully by the time you watch this and you're ready to make a purchase decision, you'll be able to get the Gen 3, which has some improvements. So in general, I'll say that I'm really pleased with the performance of the Oura Ring in terms of its ability to track my sleep. I can wake up in the morning and I get an immediate blueprint of all of my sleep activities. When did I go to bed? When did I fall asleep? How long was I awake but in bed? How much was I in deep sleep, in light sleep, or in REM sleep? And so that is very helpful information. The Apple Watch currently does not give me REM information, and so I find that useful. I suspect at some point Apple's going to provide that, or in partnership with AutoSleep. If you are using the Apple Watch for sleep tracking, I highly recommend you get the AutoSleep app in the App Store. I think it's $4.95 right now, and that will do a lot for you. It will help you automatically track your sleep instead of having to go in and intentionally tell the watch that you're going to bed and intending to sleep. The AutoWatch app will help automate a lot of that for you. So you'll have to make the decision if it's worth spending $299 and up on an Oura Ring. For me, I find it so invaluable, I can't imagine life without it. Even with already owning an Apple Watch, I find that I still rely on the Oura Ring for my sleep information on a day-to-day basis. I'll sometimes intentionally sleep with both just for a reality check to see how close they are, if one is giving me a different scenario, and that I should take that into consideration. If you're considering purchasing an Oura Ring, I really recommend that you purchase the sizing kit. They charge only, I forget, like maybe $6 or $7 for this, and it comes with a series of plastic rings with the sensors on them to give you an idea how it feels. And I knew what size ring I normally wear, and I was thinking, well, I won't get this, I'll just order. But once I got this kit in, I tried different rings on different fingers, and after wearing those for multiple days, I decided to switch to a different finger and a different size, and I'm really thankful that I did. So a good investment. Go ahead and purchase this in advance. Try these on for a few days until you're really sure which finger you want it to fit on and what size you need. A good purchase there. Now that the Gen 3 is out, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to upgrade. I love the capabilities in the Gen 2. I'm thinking it suits my needs just fine, and I probably won't. They have a special offer for existing owners of the Gen 2 to upgrade at a discount price, and so I'm certainly giving that some thought. If you're looking for a solution that will simplify your life, I really like the Oura Ring and its light footprint. The ability to put it on and to not give it any thought. And as a matter of fact, the only time I give the ring any thought is there's sensors that need to be on the bottom of your finger. All of the rings come with either a flat top or a pointed top to help you keep track of are the sensors in the right location to pick up data. That's the only time I give the ring any thought, and it's almost subconscious now to just every once in a while, a few times a day, I'll feel for the flat. I chose the flat top instead of the pointed top. I'll just feel and make sure that's on top so it is picking up good data. Other than that, I just don't notice it. I wear it day and night, and in the event that I forget to charge it and it runs too low, then the ring will send a notification to my phone saying, hey, please remember to charge your ring before you go to bed tonight. So I love the lightweight footprint that it has in my life and how easy it is to work with. Well, what do you think? You got to have it? I certainly do. I love this product and I'm planning on keeping this incorporated in my life for years to come. Of course, I think we'll see many more products in this area in the future. I think the number of metrics and tools and measurement devices, the precision, the density of data are going to continue to escalate and provide us more helpful information to help our lives get more on track so that we can live healthy, balanced lives. Hey, thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that. We're going to be giving away products on a lot of our upcoming product reviews, and so one of the requirements of winning those is always that you have to be a subscriber. So I would encourage you, if you like the information that was presented here, consider subscribing. Thanks very much. Until next time, spread the love.